just gonna cut that off right now. Going 2 to 3 minutes with that song is torture. If you hear any noise in the background on my end, I have the Roomba cleaning a very noisy floor. It's linoleum, like stone floor. It's uneven. It's weird. But I need him to clean that room. Anyway, hello. Welcome to Left for Random Talk. I have no idea where Rev is right now, but I do know that his internet is working this week, so we have a podcast episode. Last week, there was some internet bill issue going on his end, so he wasn't able to be here at all, so we just canceled the show entirely. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is episode 44 of Left for Random Talk. This is a podcast that me and my friend Rev have been working on for years, like a very long time. We tried doing this back when Left 4 Dead 2 was the biggest craze on the Xbox 360. So you can tell it's been a very long time. I don't really do the topics. He's the one that handles the topics, and then we just go off of each other for this one. So all I'm doing right now is just stalling as much as I can. Let me actually get the list, so we'll actually know what we're talking about. But yeah, we talk about games, we talk about movies, TV shows. We mostly do gaming news, or actual news that matters to us. We try and tell it as honest as we can. We don't put any images in this podcast without linking it to the original creator. So if there's artwork in the background or in the stream itself that does not belong to us, then well, for the most part, we're not going to show it unless we have a link to it. The little Avara in the corner there is just there because we all know where that came from. We all know where that came from. That came from Warframe. Hi.
I was wondering when you would notice I was here.
You didn't say anything.
I was just waiting for like the longest time, and I was like, okay, any second now. No? Okay.
When did you show up? Like, what did you hear?
Just now. I was listening to you talking about Avara. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here. Sorry, I'm talking with someone at the moment.
That's fine. That's fine.
Actually, I'm gonna ask a quick question.
I have our Roomba cleaning the entryway, which is uneven flagstone. So if you hear any noises, it sounds like rumbling. Then that's that.
All right. I'm just talking to someone. Actually, I just met a few days ago. He is a Gmod animator kind of fellow.
Mm-hmm.
And you know me. I set up contracts. I set up things like that behind the scenes with people. And yeah, he's really nice and friendly. Very good person. And I'm asking if we can link to his YouTube channel so people can check him out. And he says it's okay.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So the guy's name is called Arsenal Camelot. Yeah, Arsenal Camelot.
Let me go and find him.
Put it in, but okay.
Oh, you were.
So
what?
Yeah. I've got it now. The guy is. I guess we can say. Hmm?
I just noticed LT in chat. Just burnt my tongue on a damn Hot Pocket. You have to wait 1 minute after cooking those, dude.
No. But this is the thing. It's the rule of the Hot Pocket. It will burn, like, even if the outside is dead cold, the inside is still like a thermonuclear reactor.
Alright, you're gonna have to give me a link to...
Yeah, I'm giving it now. I got it. I was just distracted by LT and his Hot Pocket. There you go, that's the guy.
Copy link. Alright, the link is gonna be in the description on YouTube, and it's gonna be in the chat on Twitch.
Yep.
Rules are meant to be broken.
LT, you absolute mad lad. But no, what he's famous for right now is doing a lot of Devil May Cry Gmod stuff.
Ooh.
And two of his most popular ones was Welcome Back Devil May Cry, which is just like 44 seconds of a 44-second meme dance. If you've ever seen the Devil May Cry 5 meme dance, you'll know what it is. And Downfall, which he really... And it's really well done. Like, you remember the guy, Das Bullshit?
Yeah.
He has mastered that same kind of style, and it is amazing to see. Like, honestly, it's like, oof.
What the fuck is happening?
What?
I'm watching it. Oh my god, this is so cool.
Yeah, you see? He's really good.
Yeah.
And, you know, I saw that he needed help with, like, finding new models and stuff, and I just kind of came up and said, hey, contact with people. And I also linked him a massive Devil May Cry Gmod model pack, and he just went like, oh my god. But yeah. Like I said, I really hope he can do more in the future, because this guy's
got my
talent.
subscription, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got talent.
Yeah.
Like, flat out. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a neat little shout out.
Alright, and there he is in the chat. What up?
Oh, it's spelled with a K. My bad.
It's fine, it's fine. Yeah. Actually, I'm currently...
Welcome to the shit show.
I'm just going to get something really quick, just for shits and giggles. There we go. This is just for you. Just for, like... Oh, God. Just for the joke of it all, really. Where are you? There you are. Because I love this fucking joke so much.
Oh, boy.
It's this goddamn meme dance, and I love it so much. But in a good way, just doing, doing, doing. Oh, man. Yeah, is it clear that, like, I'm a fan of this kind of stuff now?
Yeah. Should we focus now?
Yeah, okay, let's get on to, a bit of a sidetrack to shout out and to the thing that has now taken up my entire life as it is. But, yeah. So let's get into it. So today's topics are a mix of serious and silly, so we'll, keep an eye out. So first up is Point Phoenix burns player backers by going to the Epic Store instead of taking the money, they gave them for an exclusive deal. In addition to that, Epic Store is now getting the Outer Worlds 2, screwing over Steam users, angry with them, and for good reason. We'll get into why with the Epic Store in a bit. The serious topic, and that is, YouTube has disabled the comments for a channel that helps people with special needs. This is mostly for signal boosting it, and the name of it is called Special Books by Special Kids. We'll get into that in a bit. Where was I? Oh, yes. DevStream 125 overview. Then the first thing I wrote down was Wisp gets a butt cover.
By the way,
why did I write that down?
When you type in special in the search for YouTube, it's the second one that shows up.
I see.
I'm subscribing to them.
Yeah. Again, to be a little silly, why did I kind of regret I put that, like, the first thing.
Thank you for subscribing to us, Arson Camelot.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, so I don't know why I put that in. Nyx Deluxe gun shown off for operators, new energy color system, Wisp's gun, the Dex items, Equinox Prime, planes conversion, yeah. And we're going to finish it off with Oddworld Soulstorm teaser trailer. You're so happy. So, let's get into the news that is gamer-related. Starting off with Point Phoenix. Now, have you ever heard of this?
No.
Okay, basically, Point Phoenix is how do I do it? It's from the guys who made XCOM, the original creators.
Ooh.
Yeah, and basically the idea for Point Phoenix, like the story is weird infection from the bottom of the ocean has spread to Earth and has mutated a lot of people into like these weird zombie crustacean hybrid things.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Kinda, except like no, it's more like take Davy Jones's Frank
Hold on,
to
you're
like
cutting
50.
out. What?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm getting the. I was looking at something. Uh, yeah, take Davy Jones's crew, but like increase the animal side by like 50.
Oh, good God. So it's more like that shark
Right.
guy on the crew.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna send this to you just so you can see some of the enemies. The game will have you fighting.
You want me to share this on screen?
Sure, go for it. It is a GIF, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. Holy
And-
crap, it can also become a Zerg.
Yeah, the basic idea is the enemies will adapt to your squad as you go throughout the game, eventually becoming, like, developing different abilities or countermeasures to what you do. So, like, in a hypothetical sense, if they only have melee options and you take them out with, like, guns from long range, well, they're going to start adapting to, like, put weapons on their bodies that shoot rifles back. That's basically how it goes. Excuse me. And there's even like some crazier concepts, like some animals would undergo this weird human mutation process, like a shark that could walk on land and things of that nature.
Wow.
And they even have like a weird brood mother creature, which we won't be showing on stream. Specifically because she has tits.
So, literally just before the stream started, I was watching Like and Play Risk of Rain,
Alright.
and I noticed that the queen beetles have boob armor.
Yeah, that's
No,
fair.
like no joke. The front plates that like a beetle is known to have, they have the really strong armor on the bottom and on the top. And I saw two boobs just sitting there. It's like, why? Why is that a thing? It's a giant beetle.
Because it can. Hold on. That thing looks like a cross. Exactly. It's pretty much. Yeah, that's exactly right, LT. It is like a cross between a Mirelurk and a Reaper hybrid creature. But basically, the whole game was going to play like a new XCOM, like Enemy Unknown, but with a more focus on like strategy and targeting specific aspects. The big thing was shooting off segments of the. Oh, actually, this is perfect. Hold on.
I can hear the puppy is playing with something he shouldn't.
Oh no. Put down the lead pipe puppy.
I'm concerned that he's actually playing with my dad's computer cords.
Oh no.
Because my dad loves these dogs. Like, he absolutely adores these dogs. But, like, if you mess with his computer, his sympathy for you is gone.
You want to, like, take a...
He built that computer, and it cost him, like, $1,000 to build it.
Jesus.
Yeah. Plus, he loves Diablo 3.
If you want to go upstairs and check just in case,
oh, no, the
I
sound
can keep
stopped.
the audience. Okay. But yeah, that's the focus right there. Basically, it was a big focus on like disabling parts and, trying to take out the enemy as quickly as possible.
This guy activated his VATS.
Yeah, but the point is that it's a limited process. If you do this too often, the enemies will adapt to what you're doing to your strategies, and they'll like either develop thicker armor or new weapons and just things of that nature. That was the whole point of Point Phoenix. A bit redundant, but whatever. And for a while now, it looked like it would survive, mostly because of how like new it was and the fact that XCOM 2 had just come out. So there was that kind of balance, and that's basically what was happening. But after several videos of asking people to support and getting more and more people interested in the, word of mouth support, things of that nature, eventually Point Phoenix gets the green light, and they're good to go. And the original plan was release on Steam and then go to consoles, as the plan went, basically. And then they decided to go with the Epic Store and screw people out of it.
I haven't seen Epic Games just pop up a lot recently.
Well, basically what Epic is doing is they're doing the console thing that people hated from the beginning, and that's console exclusivity. Exclusivity. And there's a reason why PC gaming is so popular and so accessible to a lot of people, and that's because there's no console exclusivity bullshit nobody likes. But what Epic is doing is it's taking that console mentality and putting it into the PC. But here's the thing. It's they're fighting Steam is the short explanation, but
so in the tags for YouTube I put rivalry. Steam versus Epic Games rivalry.
But this is the thing. This is not a healthy competition, a healthy form of rivalry. This is Epic is basically waving a lot of cash in front of people and getting them to bite. They have nothing, and they're basically they're signing deals, and Epic has flat out attacked Steam for quote unquote quality control issues, which is rich considering that they're the ones. Epic Games is the ones getting people to join them because they're waving money in front of developers' faces, and they're taking the bait.
Nah, you're saying all this, and I'm slowly looking over at Slime Rancher, which is free on Epic Games.
Yeah, but here's another problem. I hate doing that plug
now.
Well, here's the problem as well. People dug into the Epic launcher, and they found out that Epic is actually spying on their users. There is a backdoor program within the Epic Store. What's it called? Launcher. Like, you know how we have the Steam launcher, but there's that. And it's accessing people's private information through that backdoor system.
Okay, time to uninstall.
Exactly, and it's not just that. It's stealing information from Steam specifically to find user information and then use it to attempt to appeal to your friends. It's using people as kind of a node system, if you will.
If we take a break, I'm going to take the time to uninstall the launcher.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's the thing. People are scared of what this is doing. And frankly, nobody knew about this until, till people looked into it. And then Epic immediately began, issuing, it's like, oh, well, this. They had to come out and be transparent about it. And the other danger about it is that Epic is owned by Tencent, which is a Chinese developer. And let's see, hold on, I'll tell you. It's if you have Fortnite installed, talk to an official with them. Yeah, but that's the thing. This shouldn't be there to begin with, and the fact that they're not they didn't tell their customers, hey, this is a thing, is worrying. Transparency is what will keep a business going, and this kind of shit, that they'll publicly say, oh, it's only a Fortnite. But here's the thing: how much of that information is being taken from your laptop or your PC? Like, how much of it is actually you can trust? That's the thing that you have to keep in mind.
Oh
And the
shit,
fact that they
we're still on the image. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
oh, it's fine, it's fine. But that's kind of the point I'm making. It's like they didn't tell anybody until they got caught. So how long would they have gotten away with this had nobody said anything?
This is like that big scare with the Xbox, like that little camera that's supposed to track how many people are in the room and all that crap,
Yeah.
and how it was spying on you.
Yeah, but there's the diff. Go ahead.
Here's a... What's he playing with now? Here's the thing. What the fuck is he playing with?
It sounds like dice. Oh dear. I can hear that too.
I know, it's right above my head. But it's like... Here's the thing. Steam does this. Like, Steam monitors what you're doing, and they cater to you, but they don't, like... But they're not malicious about it.
Exactly.
Google does this, but I still would not recommend using Google. I would recommend, like, DuckDuckGo. That's a lot better browser, if you ask me. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Game launchers like Epic Games, GOG, Steam, Xbox, they pay attention to what you do and they cater to it. But what Epic Games is doing, is in a nutshell, is they're seeing what you're doing. They're seeing your information of what you buy on a different platform when they really shouldn't be doing that. And then they try and make themselves better to get you to spend money on them.
That's exactly the point. And I wouldn't be surprised if the whole exclusivity with like Metro Exodus, Point Phoenix, all this was in direct result of spying on Steam and discovering how many pre-orders were for Metro Exodus.
I got a little bit more suspicious about Epic Games when I think like 2 days ago I was on Steam and I added Night in the Woods to my wish list because it is a beautiful game. And then like the other day, Epic Games said, "Hey, Oxenfree is now free here," and Oxenfree and Night in the Woods are both very similar games.
Exactly, and this is what people aren't happy with. This is what Epic Game is doing. It's basically corporate spying at this point, which is an illegal practice.
That is very illegal.
Not only that, we also have another point to point out about this. The whole launcher thing is that they are gloating about how many sales they made on Metro Exodus on their platform and how it outsold Steam. Yeah, it's gonna outsell Steam because you held the fucking thing for ransom, and Steam has no chance to fight back against you.
Yeah,
it's like, pinning a kid down to the floor with like your 5 buddies, then stepping on his chest and saying, "Look how strong I am. I'm keeping this kid down all by myself." That's the best way I could describe it.
It's like the supervillain cliche in TV shows like Powerpuff Girls or some shit. Like, I had a point. I immediately forgot what the point was. God dang it.
By the way, sorry if I cough a lot. Again, I'm still getting over that lung infection.
I'm having the same issue. I'm coughing up a storm the past few days.
Alright.
Okay, no, I know the perfect example, especially with Powerpuff Girls. You know that really bitchy kid that is super rich? Princess is her name?
Yeah, vaguely.
Like, she is the perfect example of this. Powerpuff Girls, they earn their powers, they were created through their powers. She buys her powers, and then gloats about it like, I am super powerful because I paid for it. This is exactly what it's like.
Yeah, and the fact is that Epic, these practices and the fact that people aren't happy with it is going to bite them in the ass, because now you've proven, it's been proven that you're spying on your consumers and you're entering, you're doing anything to win. So people, how many people are going to trust a company that does that? Where Steam is more transparent, they say, yeah, we look at your data, but your Steam data, and we offer we look at your personal information,
But we're not going to do anything with it because we don't care about that. We care about what you buy.
Exactly.
Like,
At most, they'll look at...
Oh, God, it's like... I don't know why, but I'm starting to think of, like, Xbox and Sea of Thieves.
Oh, Jesus.
But, like, I still really, really wish Sea of Thieves was on Steam.
Yeah, people could actually make it better. But no, basically, you know, Steam will look at the data, but they'll use it to recommend things to you.
Yeah.
They don't do it specifically to be like, oh, we're going to spy on our competition.
Every time I open up
Go.
Steam, and I go to the store, it brings up games that share similar tags to the games I play, which is Starbound, Gmod, Warframe, mostly Starbound, and Ark. So it always brings up sandbox games. Every single time. Though sometimes a horror game will somehow get in there. And I don't know why. I think
why not?
I think it's because at one point somebody forcefully gave me a game that I didn't want to play and I didn't touch. I swear we talked about it in a episode once.
I'm sure we did.
I do remember that it's first person. You were finding clues about a werewolf. And it is a horror game. I just don't remember what it's called.
Well, I'm sure eventually we're going to figure it out. Like, remember it midway through. It's like, now I remember. But, yeah. Anyway, point being, like, to go back to what's happening with Point Phoenix, or Phoenix Point, people aren't happy. People are really pissed off. And the game is crowdfunded, but the money can be refunded. There is that option. And one of the developers, it was either the developer behind the game, like the official guy, and he said something to the effect of, even if like 100% of backers back out, we'll still be able to push the game out regardless.
Found it.
Alright, what's it called?
Overcast, Walden and the Werewolf. That's what the game... I don't remember the details exactly, but somebody forcibly gave me that game, thinking I would like it. Because one day I came downstairs, I opened up my Steam browser, and it said, hey, this person gave you a gift, and it would not let me reject it.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about Steam. You can't reject gifts, and you can't refund them either.
It's also weirder that they don't let you give the game back if you don't play it for like 11 minutes or so.
Yeah. Oh well, things, you know, might change. But anyway, point being, people aren't happy. People are pissed about this, and rightfully so. And nobody, like I said, this is the kind of shit that you shouldn't say, that you shouldn't brag about. Oh, even if everyone leaves, the game will still go through. Yeah, dumbass. Those people were the ones who got the game off the ground in the first place.
Yep.
And the fact is that you've decided to alienate your core fan base by jumping to Epic and fucking over both console players and the Steam players means that you have a game dead on arrival. Because the core group of people who are going to play it aren't going to play it. Congratulations. It's like how to make a successful flop in 5 easy steps. That's basically what's happened. And, you know, I also backed this game. So I had a personal stake in this. Granted, I only put $20 in, but still.
Still, that is your $20.
Which I got back. So, yeah, fuck that.
What I'm concerned is that if I uninstall Epic Games, that Slime Rancher is not going to work.
Oh yeah, it's not going to work, unfortunately.
Fuck.
Unless you copy the data and like put it on a burned disk or something.
I don't want to do that though. Also, my PC does not have any way of getting into it. It's completely sealed.
Oh no, I mean like I didn't mean the actual CD. I meant like as a metaphor.
Oh, like a USB or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
I have an MP3 player that acts as my USB.
All right. Well, it's either that or getting it on Steam. So.
I don't have the money for that.
Oh well. We'll open a GoFundMe specifically for that. Go.
I have been tempted to open a GoFundMe just so I can get like a better computer. Or get you guys better computers, because Jesus fucking Christ, you guys need something better. Or,
I know it.
to go and see Bill, finally.
I say go see Bill.
I actually spent like $27 out of my $140 that I'm saving for my visit, just for a pizza. Well, 2 pizzas.
Oh.
And my mom immediately forgot that I bought her a pizza.
Oh, Jesus.
But according to Bill, I'm gonna need $200+ just for play money while in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, San Fran is a horrible place, really.
And he does not deny it.
Mm-hmm. Again, we're getting sidetracked by fucking San Francisco!
God damn you 49ers. Your hoodie is comfortable as fuck, and I stay warm all day. But god damn it.
No, I'm just picturing myself just standing in front of the world map behind us. My mono eye just bugging at San Francisco.
Which is behind my head.
Again,
I question everything about that map. Why
is
the world shaped like this?
When I bought the fucking thing, I was sure that it was going to be normal and that with the fucking studio. So I just said, fuck it. No.
Oh my god.
But, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
let's focus. Epic Games is doing the usual game launcher thing, but they're taking it a step too far by going to other launchers and spying on you.
Not only that, but there's also the oh god, even Outer Worlds, the thing that was supposed to give Fallout fans what they wanted is going to Epic, and it's clear it's due to the fucking money. Epic is offering them. You know how we always talk about EA and how it's the anglerfish of the industry. It dangles billions of dollars.
This one is the corrupted zookeeper.
No, it's more of a zookeeper that goes into the wild and catches the animal, like a poacher.
Corrupted zookeeper.
Exactly. It's doing the same thing. And not only that, we've also got, like... Basically, from what I can tell, it's appealing to the creators, to developers, by giving them an 80% price point. Like, they get 80% and the Epic Store gets a measly amount. Where Steam is more like... I think like a 50-50 split or something close to that.
Depending on the decisions of the developer, Steam gets 80% to 70%, while the rest goes to the developer, or it can be flipped. Just, again, it depends on the developer. Like, Five Nights at Freddy's, the developer donates a majority of the money that he gets from people buying the game to charities. So he gets, like, more money coming on his side than Steam.
Exactly. And it's clear that it's probably big-name publishers are the ones who get the shorter end of the deal, specifically, while the more indie ones get the bigger end. And it's pretty obvious. I mean, these publishers don't need any more fucking money yet, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, again, everybody knows my stances on publishers. They're an outdated thing that doesn't need to exist anymore.
Yeah.
But, Epic's doing that. Like I said, it's the anglerfish. It's a smaller minnow of an anglerfish. It's doing the same thing, except the deal is quote-unquote sweeter to the developer. And it's obvious it's obvious that's the case. And the fact that Point Phoenix, Metro Exodus, and the Outer Worlds are taking the money pretty much shows that they never cared for the consumer to begin with. It was never about that. And no matter what they'll say, their actions have pretty much proven that's the case. They never, basically, what they've done is they've pretty much shown we've never cared for the consumer. We were just in it for the money. Epic gave us a bigger cut than we would ever expected.
Yep.
It's a sad day, but it's true.
Yep.
All right, moving right along to another piece of depressing news, or pseudo-depressing. And we're talking about Tumblr.
Oh boy.
Prepare for the insane shit. So, let's see. As everyone knows, Tumblr recently had
a big meltdown.
Yeah,
which I survived.
Amazingly. Yeah. You know what's actually funny? Like, completely humorous? Okay, so a lot of the not safe for work artists get, booted off the site, right?
Yeah.
Here's the weird thing. Some of those people are still around.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they haven't gotten the boot or anything. And I found that so weird. Like, the people I watch for porn reasons, yes, I'm not going to be shy about that whatsoever. I'm a man and I have fucking needs. Deal with it.
I'm not blaming you at all.
But some of the people I watch are still around and have survived somehow. And I'm just sitting there like, well, I guess that's a testament to how many people you bring in.
That's also a testament of how much porn is these people want.
Exactly. Let's see. Here we go. So basically, since this whole porn exodus has occurred, yeah, I'm calling it the porn exodus, by the way.
Since the failed Thanos snap.
A partially successful Thanos snap, I suppose. But what happened is that Tumblr has officially the numbers have come back for Tumblr, and it's not good. They are down nearly 100 million monthly views.
Yep.
Last month alone. And that's not good. That is not good for its numbers. Especially considering that Tumblr... What is Tumblr? Beforehand, Tumblr was this massive, insanely powerful social media giant.
Yep.
And rivaled, I guess, DeviantArt, YouTube...
It rivaled Facebook.
Okay. And because of how open Polyseed and how open the Tumblr was, specifically, because there was really no age limiter thing on the site. If you wanted to see boobs, you could see boobs. That wasn't the... and nobody particularly cared, and that's what made Tumblr so popular. Despite, let's be honest, if we really look at Tumblr, it's a second-rate DeviantArt. It really is.
Yep.
And yet, it has survived and managed to remain relevant, specifically because a lot of porn creators and drawers could post whatever the fuck they wanted freely, and, they would get money and they would get support from it. And it would reach a wider audience. That's how Tumblr flowed. Even after the failure that was Dash. Yeah, never forget that.
I still see posts of that. And you know what's hilarious?
What?
Like, my town has this convention that pops up. It's called RadCon. It is Tumblr convention.
Jeez.
And... I've never been able to go, because every time someone says, oh yeah, we're gonna go, nothing happens. It's like I am left out to dry. Again.
Yeah, and... Well, that said, basically what led the, Yeah, but that's the funny thing. If Tumblr could survive fucking DashCon and still remain powerful and relevant to this day, nobody assumed that nothing would end. That the ride wouldn't end with Tumblr. Yet now the fucking thing is dying because it's lacking porn.
Sucks to suck.
Oh yeah, and people, they didn't what's the word? They hid no bones about the pissed off state that they were in. People created art saying "fuck you, Tumblr," then moved to different sites. Like Twitter, for Affinity, places like that,
Oh yeah,
specifically
definitely
for
for
porn
Affinity.
purposes. Yeah, and ironically, Newgrounds, which was dying for a good while now, really, when you look at it, gets a sudden surge of users when people, what's the word? When it officially announced, yeah, we're not censoring not safe for work content, and
It
boom.
never has. That's the funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a Newgrounds kid. Like that is actually how I learned about sex through
Through
Newgrounds,
Newgrounds.
and I'm not ashamed of it.
But that's the point. It basically Newgrounds has taken the loss that was Tumblr and has basically said, you know what, we can make this work, and the site is now alive and well.
There was also another site that was like just being born in the wake of Tumblr's implosion, which was called Pillow Fort, I think.
Oh yeah,
But
I know
I
that one.
I don't know what's happened to it so far, but I think so many people flooded it while it was still new, it started like struggling.
Yeah, which is the downside of an exit this large.
But I did really like all the artwork that people did about Pillow Fort because it shows like all those Tumblr users are crying with their pillows. It's sad, but it's also really cute and funny.
Yep. And to be honest, like I said, I don't have any issue with Tumblr. I mean, yeah, it spawns the most retarded humans in the face of the universe.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And thieves to no end.
Yep.
But I have no ill will for the for the platform specifically because I never used the fucking thing. But I have no issue with it. But it's done so much stupid shit that at this point I really just can't look at it the other way of you gave up, you fucked over your users. What do you do now?
I mean,
And yeah.
the original creator of Tumblr sold the site,
To Yahoo.
which I just why?
I don't, because money is a powerful thing, and we after Dash cleared that these people are the most the owners were the most greediest things in the universe. Like, have you actually
DashCon
looked
was a
in-
scam by somebody else.
Exactly. No. Have you actually looked into the money situation specifically for Dashcom? What happened?
No.
You're not going to believe this, but apparently, during the event, they had a verbal contract. The Hilton Hotel, something
Hilton.
like that. Hilton, that's it. They had a verbal contract with Hilton.
Yeah.
To call in their contract with them saying, hey, if we don't get this money now, we're canceling the event. And so the organizers and the owners of the event basically said, hey, we need X amount of money to keep the convention, open for the over. And people, it was still early enough during the convention, it was like day 1, hour 0, basically. So there was still that deception of, hey, there's going to be all this crazy shit, so, blah, 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 blah. So they were tricked into giving the money both physically, digitally, just donating it to the organizers. But here's the thing. They had the money from the get-go to give the Hilton from the ticket sales alone. And what wound up happening was they pocketed all the money everyone gave them during that whole, oh no, we're going to get closed, we need help, and they just took the money and ran. Flat out. And the fact that Tumblr would later be sold to Yahoo should tell, again, we should have seen the warning signs from this kind of shit happening years ago, and we didn't. And now look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Arson Camelot, go ahead. Have a good sleep. We'll see you again next time.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us, by the way.
Yeah. Keep up the good work.
Yeah. I can't wait to see more amazing animations. Yeah, but yeah, as you can imagine, this kind of shit was inevitable, I feel. And again, it's hard to imagine Tumblr going extinct. It's dying.
Which sucks, because I'm still on there. I actually still enjoy the site.
I give it, like I said, this is basically the site as an endangered species. So now we need to kind of wait. I feel. Wait, question. Have you ever heard of something called Fire Festival before we move on?
Is that the one where all those rich kids got stranded on the island?
Oh, it wasn't rich kids. It was basically anyone.
What I liked was hearing the tweet about the guy that's watching the richer people freak the fuck out and just enjoy it.
Yeah, but that's the unfortunate thing, because it wasn't a bunch of rich kids, and as much as people want to imagine, it was a bunch of like regular people, like, working stiffs and other young folk like that. It's just the price of what, $250. People thought it was a bunch of rich kids because they thought that was the starting price for tickets. It was the base price. I do feel sorry for those people, but at the same time, like, thank you for this amazing that was Fire Festival to watch from a distance. Oh, here it is. Basically, how Fire Festival summed up in one beautiful collaboration.
Yep. Yep.
Gourmet craft single right there.
Yep. I remember that picture.
We should cover that at some point, just to laugh. Well, as it turns out, the guy responsible, Billy, had an assistant with him. You want to hear something completely fucked up? Like, really fucked up? Apparently, it's like a right-hand man or something of that nature, was a gay fellow. And they had brought the Colombian government was holding up the water because, they needed the money for it. And so his gay associate, listen, a bunch of these kids are going to dehydrate, because it has been like a while before the water, since people have drunk water. Not to mention everyone was drunk on tequila, so that only exasperates the problem.
Yeah.
So he tells his friend and he says, listen, I know you're gay. I need you to go down to the embassy where they're holding the water. I need you to suck a dick. Yep. He told his right-hand man, who was gay, to give the guy, and then
to give an official, like a board official, a blowjob. It's like, hey, I need you to whore yourself out just this one time.
Yeah, if it were me, I would have said, you know what, fuck you, Billy, you go suck the dick. Sit here and... That's like the setup of a joke, isn't it? What would you do to save your festival? Would you suck the dick?
Nope, I would just go home.
Exactly. Isn't it? And karma came back and bit Billy in the ass because he got arrested. Again, we'll cover this in next week's episode. That's a good idea.
I actually have a gift for that. Hold on.
Yay.
Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, god damn it. Where is it?
Special
I have so many pictures of, like, really weird shit, like the Repent pickle. And, like, Pengu?
No. Newt, newt.
Newt, newt.
And,
Oh, there it
the
is.
newt fish. Jeez. Again, we really need to cover these fucked up festivals in the future just for shits and... Oh!
Oh, just moonwalks out the door.
Just fuck this shit. Alright. So yeah. So that's the other topic done. Now on to our serious topic. And, you know, this show isn't just for, like, fun and games or whatever else have you. This also has to be, you know, we want to signal boost people.
Yep.
So, as we all know, YouTube has fighting to stop, you know, quote unquote, fighting to stop child abuse on their platform. Everything after that whole pedophile ring was discovered on YouTube with the whole cartoons for, you know, quote unquote cartoons for kids.
Or
You know what
how
I'm
about
talking
that
about.
channel that got shut down because it had the parents abusing their kid?
Also possible. Remember it really, but point still being, YouTube has had a pedophile problem on its platform for a while now.
Yep.
And people are, you know, they're getting scrutiny from every major organization, and for good reason, obviously. Not because they don't, not because, you know, they should censor and police their no, it's more along the lines of they sit on their asses all the time, and when people tell actual, hey, you know, we need to stop these channels from being things, stop promoting these really bad things, YouTube's like, lol, fuck you. Again, Jake Paul would not be a thing if YouTube actually looked at his shit and said, you know what, we should probably not endorse him.
What about PewDiePie?
Oh, but yeah, PewDiePie lost that, by the way. The whole T-Series thing.
I mean, I don't like T-Series because it is like corporation taking over. But I also really, really do not like PewDiePie.
Yeah, you know.
I'll admit, he has great, like, his 2 video games were really good. I liked them, but I don't like PewDiePie.
Oh, never mind. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, T-Series has officially beat PewDiePie in terms of subscriber count. But as we all know, T-Series has had a what's the word? You know, it's clear they use bots and shit of that nature, so I'm not surprised at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And that really is a fucking shame, because as much as people may or may not like PewDiePie, he really is the face of the everyman. He really is YouTube.
Yeah.
And, you know, the fact that YouTube hates his guts because he doesn't conform to their shit, you know, because they won't, they don't like him because, oh, you know, he's not what we want. It's, you know, it's insulting to say the least. But, so, as you know, YouTube basically, going back to our problem here, YouTube basically has had a problem, predators on the site. You know, those who lure people in. It's like, you know, to take advantage, to use an example, the that drag kid for some reason.
Oh God!
You know, YouTube
oh God! That one.
Exactly. YouTube promotes that, and it's like, fuckers, you're causing the problem.
Wait, if we're
Fucking
gonna go, like,
stop.
This is actually still like Tumblr, because Tumblr was supposed to get rid of the Nazis, like the neo-Nazis that are showing up on the site, and the people are doing all these horrible things, but instead they go after the people who aren't doing that. They go after the porn people instead.
Exactly.
Like, that's
And
not
this
what
has
you were
been-
meant to do. Instructions,
And here's-
like, instructions confuse you. You got your dick chopped off by the fan.
And here's the thing, like, you know me, I'm not a person who says, oh, we need to censor this person because we don't agree, or blah, blah. You know, I'm not that person. I've been in those shoes. I know what it's like, and I never will advocate for that.
Mm-hmm.
However, I will say, if someone is breaking the rules or is actually promoting something that will hurt people, it is your responsibility to step in and kind of take action.
Yeah.
And YouTube just doesn't do that. YouTube is more content with just letting shit happen. And so we now come into this. The point is that YouTube has started to disable and shut down places that do deal with children. You know, like either removing the content, destroying the channel, whatever else have you. And we now come into the crux of our issue, and that is there is a page on YouTube, a channel, sorry, that deals with talking and talks with people and teaches, gives voices to people who have disabilities or mental problems and things of that nature. And they give these people a platform to speak on and, show the world, hey, we're not freaks and we're not amusement things. We're real human beings. I mean, we're normal. We want to, to be treated like that, or to share inspiring stories, achieving the impossible, and truly being beacons of humanity. However, YouTube has decided to discriminate and destroy this platform because, they're dealing with kids, ergo we must destroy it. No. And, like I said, I have a little brother who has a mental trouble site like this to help him. And if YouTube's going to get rid of it because, it's endangering the children and we need to pretend like we're doing something, just do this and make it look like we actually give a shit. No, it's not right. And that is why we're signal boosting this problem. They have recently released a video called Our Last Chance for Inclusion, the hashtag UnsilenceSBSK. And, we're going to link directly to their channel. We're going to ask people to support them because they really do need the help.
I already got the link.
Thank you. Like I said, and as much as we need to use YouTube and everything, we ain't just going to sit there and let them bullshit and treat people like shit either. Like I said, this show wasn't just created for our own. If there are injustices, if there are things that are wrong in this world,
I'm going to take this a step further.
Alright? We are going to talk and we are going to signal boost as much as humanly possible. We ain't just going to sit on our asses like everybody else does. Yeah. So again, sorry folks if it's too, for the serious topic and more, you know what I mean. Sorry to derail the fun and all the happy rage and all that shit, but sometimes things like this need to happen. And as unfortunate as it is, it needs to. Of course, and the moment we were trying to say something serious, someone comes in and it's like, hey, fuck this shit.
Hey, puta.
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, and let's show our support. Show that we do have their back as much as humanly possible. All right.
Yep.
So yeah, go support SBK. Fucking hell.
Special books by special kids.
Thank you.
Just leave it at that.
All right.
I have posted it on our Discord group, which is a group I own, so if people complain about it, I will boot them.
Alright, there we go. Said and done. Alright, now we can move on to something more interesting. And that is talking about the dev stream. That happened 2 weeks ago.
Because internet! Yeah.
Because internet and medical problems.
Yeah.
Which are still fucking there, and I'm so angry.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what sucks? When we did the show the week before, I couldn't laugh. It physically hurt to laugh.
No.
That was how bad it was.
Wow.
Alright, hello Crow, welcome. It was just, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Like, do you have any idea? It sucks to laugh when you can't, when it hurts you.
Yep.
It's horrible.
Yep.
Like, go ahead.
So, a couple of years ago, I think it's like 2 or 3 years ago, I got a cold, but the cough would not go away. Like, it stuck around for 3 to 4 months. I could not breathe properly. I couldn't sleep very well either, because I kept coughing so hard, it felt like I was going to break a rib. And yet, I am like the most giggly person in the world in our group. I giggle at everything.
Like pudding. You see? There it is.
I am
Not
resisting that, by the way.
Hard.
But,
so...
I
Yeah.
could not laugh.
Go
I
ahead.
couldn't, sing. I actually couldn't talk very well, because I was coughing so hard all the time. And it sucked.
Wow. Oh, hold on. The internet's going...
No.
Yeah, it was doing so fine. Alright, good now. Alright, so let's get into the... So,
Well,
give
no.
or take.
Nope.
The... What was... Oh, hold on.
Try again. Great.
Sorry about that. I just had to make sure everything was working on this end. Hopefully I'm coming in fine and clear once more.
You're fine. Yeah.
Alright. So, going back to what I was saying, yeah. So about 2 weeks ago, DevStream 125 dropped. I have the thing open on my phone, because as we all know, for some reason as of late, it just destroys my internet when I try it on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's get into the first bit, and that is housekeeping. The double credit weekend already passed. Buried depths have already passed, and channel, yeah. So let's just get into the things that haven't dropped, and that is Nick's Deluxe Shotgun Skin. You seen that one?
No.
It's okay. I'll look it up real quick.
I do remember I do vaguely remember seeing Nick's deluxe skin itself. I just don't remember too well.
Yeah, it's part of this like weird Harlequin look.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're giving her, and it's like why?
Nick's already has a deluxe skin.
Yeah, we got into this last time, and it's weird that they're giving her another one. It's like this. All right, there we go. That's the shotgun. I got mixed feelings about it. Like, I like the design and the look of it, but at the same time, I'm like, this doesn't feel like Warframe to me.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like, again, because apparently now this game has become my life. It looks like something out of Devil May Cry, really. Like a devil.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, specifically there's one that it reminds me of. Go find that arm real quick. Not a physical arm, just the name. You know what?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Ah, there it is. It reminds me of the Artemis gun from the third game.
Hmm.
This weird sort of like arm-mounted thing you just kind of put on.
It looks... Wow, it does look a little similar. For me, though,
Yeah.
oddly enough, just like add a little nozzle in the end, and it's the suck vac from Slime Rancher.
Suck.
Yeah, because you're using a giant vacuum cleaner.
Exactly. So that's the new weapon. Again, I've got mixed opinions about it. It just doesn't look like it's part of Warframe. Like I said.
I kind of agree with you, LT. Because, like, that skin for Excalibur that looks like it's from Dark Sector, it looks so weird. And then you see the Nemesis skin for Nyx, and I don't know, like, it's good, it's just really weird.
The Nemesis skin is from, it's taking the Nemesis from Dark Sector
Oh,
as well and
goddammit,
just
it's
turning
still
it
this
into
picture.
Warframe.
Why?
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. So yeah. Okay, here we go. The next one is, of course, the new hairstyles for the male operators this time around.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find it, I'll post it as well. But I'm ambivalent on cosmetics, specifically because I don't spend my plat on silly shit like that. I'm more like, I need this kind of thing for this kind of situation.
I need platinum to buy this prime Warframe that's not even around anymore.
No, I need plat specifically to buy this buff woman. Like, just
yeah, but then you
just
realize
pushing the buy.
you can very easily get her from the exploiter.
Which I think that's over. Like, you can't get the parts from the exploiter anymore.
No, you can still get her.
Oh, good.
Like we did an exploiter run on repeat, like third Dirty Dan, hi. Like, we did the exploiter orb on repeat like 2 days ago. I didn't really enjoy it.
No, fair enough.
Like, the fight is a lot of fun. What I didn't enjoy is that we had a solid black Nova join us.
I hate people who do that.
Like, even their energy was solid black. You couldn't see them. And you would think that in a game based on ninjas, that'd be a good thing, but no, it's not. And the problem was, we had it was me, Snow, and Lycan. We really enjoy the cutscenes, and we like seeing our Warframes be really, really badass.
So whenever the black one got on there, it just...
Well, no, it's just that the Nyx had to be the one in the cutscenes. They just had to be it. So I'm standing underneath the orb, because, that's what you do. You stand right underneath her, and you're gonna get the cutscene with your Warframe in it. And they will spawn a portal at the last second to yeet themselves into the orb, and they'll get the cutscene instead. But
yeah,
they
specifically yeet.
Yeah. But they did this on repeat, like 3 or 4 times. And by, like, the fourth run, like, the last run, I was done. I was tired of playing. So I didn't really do anything during that run. I just stood there. Like, every now and then I would shoot, like, one of the little spiders, but I didn't do anything. And I was the Trinity, too.
Hmm.
Like, the guy would go, like, when the guy would go down, I just stood there. I didn't save him. He pissed me off thoroughly. It's like, I even pointed out, I want to turn. He still would jump onto the spider.
I'm calling it now. He's not gonna report you, but he's just gonna talk about, like, oh, I had the worst Trinity ever.
Just,
Anyway.
I was not enjoying it near the end. And
Yeah, so
I
we'll
love that fight, too.
Fair enough. We'll get into the what's the word? We'll get into the Shadow Depths event in a moment. So
Buried.
moving right along, Buried Dead. Sorry. Moving on, we have new hairs for Warframes. Like I said, I don't like the new hair systems they're implemented with Warframe because
No,
it
LT
doesn't.
was not directed at you.
Oof. No, it's just the hair looks very disgusting looking right now, and by that I mean I get that they're going for like the current hair for the operators kind of looks like clay-ish. Like it's clearly hair, but it's very like last gen style hair. If you want to go with that.
Yep.
But the new hairs just look disgusting, like an unwashed rag.
Like in comparison to the early hairstyles, looks a lot better.
Oh, here we go. Like here we go. Like if you, this is the best like kind of comparison I can give. Ignore the giant glaring flaw to the right, but like if you look at the hairstyle selector,
What the fuck?
like yeah, that's a problem. Like some hairs just wouldn't load the proper strands early on. But yeah, like if you look at the hair selectors, you can see that there's a significant difference between the last generation hair and then these weird, puffy, nasty looking hairs I don't like.
I kind of like them. I'm still gonna stick with the mohawk.
Yeah, I'm staying with like the pre. Don't care what people say. It's like, don't care. I'm happy with what I got.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like, my favorite haircut, is bald. So, I'd prefer that over this, really. I have no opinion.
Fair enough. So, moving on to energy color again. So last dev stream they kind of showed off the Nezra Deluxe color system, and according to what DE is saying, you'll be able to unlock a second energy color when you upgrade your Warframe or weapons with a forma for the first time. Items that don't require forma, such as cyan, this
You're
by
cutting out,
default.
what?
Where did I cut out at?
We heard Cyandana, but not by much.
Such as Cyandanas and armor will have this option available by default. This feature will come in the future update. So basically, the once you upgrade something with forma once, you'll unlock a color system, like another energy setting. So you could have one color be, and then another color for second energy, I suppose.
Yeah.
Again, purely fashion frame, like always. Because, as we all know, fashion frame is endgame.
It really is.
Unfortunately true. Next we have, of course, Wisp. And I love the fact that Rebecca really fucked that up. The whole butt thing is like, you know, she needed a cloth, right? That was hilarious. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, Wisp was shown off during the previous dev stream before this current one. And during the event, Wisp's ass was on full display during that whole thing. And it was distracting. People were like, they were paying attention more to the ass than they were to Wisp herself.
Yeah.
And apparently,
I was in that chat too.
But apparently, and this is the funny thing, it was a mistake. Wisp wasn't meant to have, was supposed to have another cloth around her waist to cover her ass. And Rebecca fucked it up by having the model released before it was ready.
Smooth. Like I was in that chat. I can multitask like a pro. Like right now, I'm drawing a picture while we're talking, and I'm doing just fine. Like, I'll admit, her ass is amazing. But I was more interested in both her ass and the environment.
And not only that, like I'm curious now. Are they going to give you the option to have the butt cover, or are they just going to have it constantly there?
I don't know. But
part of me wants.
speaking of the dual energy color thing from before,
Yeah, go ahead.
I noticed that they have already started preparing warframes for this.
Really?
If you equip Ivara and look at those little wispy skirts that she has,
All right.
yeah, LT, yeah. If you look at her skirt, it is 2 different colors. The edges are now
Hold
the
on.
energy color, but like the parts closer to her body is white. It's pale.
Hold on. There's like a crackling noise. What is that?
On my side,
Yes. What is
that's
that
me
noise?
moving my arms about and just wiggling my headset.
I see. Okay. Then go
Like
on.
people point this out constantly that my microphone pops while I'm eating. It's like there is nothing I can do. Stop fucking pointing it out.
All right. Well, I've never heard it before. I was like, what is that?
I know, right? But
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ivara is already physically set up to have the dual energy colors. They just haven't implemented it yet. And it kind of took me by surprise. I'm like, oh, so I can do that now? And I tried doing it. It's like, nope, not yet.
Fair enough. And again, it's going to be interesting to see this dual colorism in frame and see what kind of garish colors people can make. Yeah, I went there. I'm calling people out.
Yeah.
I've seen some weird shit. Speaking of Wisp, she's also getting a new weapon for her, a rifle, which I have the image for right here.
By the way, this is the image I was doing. Hi, Schnitzel437. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that looks so cool.
Hello. I like it. It's like a suppressed weapon. Well, it technically is, because it has two... Apparently, it's going to have 2 different barrel types. Awesome.
We finally get a gun that looks like it's actually silenced.
But I do find it's so weird looking, because it looks hollowed. Like, super hollowed out.
It looks like it has a bit of a... I want to say pine cone, but that's not it.
Pinecone.
I don't know why I thought pine cone. What is it? This is a new gun that's coming up for Warframe Schnitzel. You ever see like bungee cords and how they have that weird pattern in the threads?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
I
Like
see.
really strong cord.
Okay, I can see it. So, I like it, and hopefully, unlike Hildren, maybe we'll get some lore with this Warframe. Now this is really starting to annoy me. Where they're just bringing Warframes and like, where did this one come from? You've established a precedent. Please stop ignoring it.
The last one they had was Revenant.
Yeah. No, Baruch.
Baruch had an origin story?
No, I'm saying the last one that came out was Baruch before Hildren.
No, I mean the last one that actually had an origin was Revenant.
Exactly.
That's what I mean.
Okay, and it's like, why, DE, are you doing this?
I think it's because it takes a lot of time to create a story that makes sense in this game. Like with Rel, with Haro, my bad. With Haro, we get like a little bit more insight on what it was like for the Tenno. But like to get the parts of Haro are vastly, like completely out of the way. Nidus doesn't actually have an origin, he's just there.
Well, we can see from his design that Nidus was clearly the first Warframe. You know, given how unfinished he all looks.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it would be fine if DE would, like, after the Warframes have been released and everything, and then go back and make a quest for them as an option.
How long will that? How long until they actually do that? Like, this is likely
You
not
have
going to
a-
be the last Warframe that shows up.
But that's my point. You have a backlog right now. You know, it's fine or good. Please just stop.
Give us lore. Delicious
Even if it's in
lore.
Codex, I'm fine with it. Right in. Oh, and of course, Wisp gets cat armor for her Kavat, which I don't like it. Like, you can see it's clearly reusing the witch aesthetic from the Halloween Kavat armor.
Yeah, I don't care for it either.
Not a fan. It's just like,
Wait a minute, that little doodle that's in the image.
yes. What is that?
I think it's supposed to be a wisp.
Kinda.
We have another in the works? Oh no.
Another what?
Another Warframe in the works?
Oh, god damn it!
Why?
It's like, you know a game's doing well when a new Warframe is being, like, dealt with the whole, please stop. Right, we also have Equinox Prime. Let me see if I can find an image of that.
Power Ranger.
Yeah, let's see. Come on.
I've also noticed that we've gone through like all of our topics without taking a break.
Well, they've been mostly on the semi-short side.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
we're not even halfway into an hour.
Really? How long have we been going?
We've been going for an hour and 25 minutes.
Oh, wow. This might be our shortest episode yet.
Maybe. Except for the one
Okay,
where
here
we
we
were
go.
having such terrible audio problems that we just gave up.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
Okay,
I
really like this.
But again, to go back to Devil May Cry for a second, I'm seeing this and I'm thinking, this is fucking Sparta. Like, I'll show in a moment. Hold on.
Go, go, Power Rangers.
Yeah. That fucking... now, unfortunately, people think Power Rangers, they think of that fucking movie. Ugh. Here we go. Like, with the helmet, I'm seeing this.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. Irony, really. Still. I like the design. Actually, fun fact before, since you brought up Power Rangers. I believe all three of the DMC voice actors, like main protagonists, I think, were actually Power Rangers. Like, they actually had Power Ranger roles in the past. As actors, I mean.
I'm gonna go check this out.
One of them, I believe, is Johnny Young Bosch. I think that's how it's... Hold on, let me find his... how you spell his name. Okay, here we go. Johnny... Okay, here we go. Johnny Young Bosch. Okay, let's see. Power Rangers. Yeah, he was in Power Rangers Overdrive.
Oh, God.
As... What? Let me see. Yeah, he was in Overdrive. Way back in the day. Christ, he was one of the... not one of the original, but he was up
he was
there.
among, like, the original series.
Exactly. Fucking hell, I feel old now.
Yep.
Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we go back to happier days and remember... Fuck.
That was our Saturday
Yes.
mornings.
Exactly. So, let's see. Johnny Young Bosch was in Power Rangers. Who does Dante? His voice actor is... here we go. Ruben Christopher Langdon. So I'm going to look that up real quick and see if he was in Power Rangers.
Ruben Langdon, hello. Oh, God.
Let's see. Christopher Langdon. Here we
Power
go.
Rangers Time Force.
Ah, there it is.
That was in 2001. I'm on the IMDb now.
Fucking hell, I feel old.
I know.
I remember fucking Time Force. Why?
I don't, unfortunately.
Fucking hell, my life is sad.
I'm... Like, what's worse is that among all of our friends, only one of us has actually met the original Red Power Ranger.
And it was fucking Bill.
I still have the picture. I still have it.
Let's see. I know one who was... So we got Johnny Young Bosch, Ruben Langdon. Who else was... I think there was a third person who was in Power Rangers. I'm trying to remember. It could have been just those two. I think it was. Unless the actor of... Sorry. She showed me the photo, and looking at Bill... Oh, God, he's huge.
I know! He's really tall!
Exactly. Like, here's the thing. Austin St. John isn't a small guy either. It's just Bill is freakishly huge.
Like, our friend Bill is really, really tall. The point where it's kind of a meme that he's really tall.
Exactly. It's like, what is it? You're kind of small. I'm in middle of the road, and then there's Bill,
like
the fucking giant of the group.
I actually have a picture, like a drawing. There's the height comparison. I don't remember if I put numbers next to. Yeah, I did. Here it is. No, I didn't. I didn't put the name, the height, but he is still freakishly tall. 'Cause you and Kuzi are both in the middle road.
Mm-hmm.
And like the top of Kuzi's head goes right in the middle of like. No, it goes right up to Bill's shoulders. That's how tall he is.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I can't find the third probably Power Ranger, so for now we'll just assume it's just two.
Mm-hmm. Just.
The third.
We got sidetracked by fucking Power Rangers. It's great to know that series is still relevant.
Yeah, it still draws attention. Let's see here, hold on. Dan Southworth. Hold on. Double checking. Dan Southworth, Yeah, he was a Power Ranger too. So there it is, that's all three. So the voice actors of Virgil, Dante, and Nero were all fucking Power Rangers.
How tall is he? I can actually look up how tall he is by searching our chat.
Fucking hell. And was in Time Force as well. Again, I feel fucking old and depressed. Fuck! My life is just filled with misery and sorrow.
I can definitely say, Creeper's Dark Corner, that he is taller than you, because I'm 5'1". Yeah, he is 6'8".
Yeah, guy's a fucking giant, but in a good way.
It's what has boggled my mind is that he has a horse. Like, Bill has a horse who's not tiny by any sense of the word, but he still makes him look tiny. Like, and
Which is hilarious.
the only thing that's going through my head is like, how do you ride your horse?
Still, again, this. It feels so weird to look back at all this and remember happier times. And then looking to the now, it's like, where did it go?
What has happened?
It's like I'm this weird fitty fatty. And by that I mean, like, I look fat, I'm freakishly strong.
Mm.
Like, you know those guys that are, like, built like oxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, same body type. Which, you know, I'm a bit proud of that. It's like,
Yeah, there's a picture
can't
of
do
him on his
anything.
horse. I found it.
oh, God. Yeah, it's like people look at me and it's like, oh, he's so fat, he can't do jack shit. I lift up, like, 10 fucking carpets on my shoulders. What up?
It's like, the thing is, I am very similar, but I have more leg strength. Like, I never joke around when I say that I have a killer kick. Because, like, by accident, when I was younger, I almost killed somebody with my kick, and I still regret it. But in the long run, it was kind of worth it, because they were a bully. But, like,
Still.
while Rev can hold up, say, a ceiling with his arms, I can hold up a ceiling with my legs.
Yay, we're gonna stop collapsing buildings.
Well, when we were replacing our dryer, I had to hold the dryer up for half an hour on the stairs, and I was fine.
Nah. You know, there is one thing I love doing, and, you know, the slight personal aspect of myself. You know, I do have a gut going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here's the funny thing. When I flex, you can see the abs.
Yeah.
Like, it's really weird. Like,
We have been distracted so hard. We have gone from Power Rangers to buff.
yeah, that's a weird way of saying it. Power Rangers to buff. Wait a minute. Aren't they buff to begin with? But no. Like I said,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Wait. I found something. We need to put this up on stream.
No.
Who made this? I want names. Who is this man?
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Who is this man and how can I hire him to make another? It's like, I want names. Alright, let's get back on top.
Here's the thing. You see, like, these high-budget movies, and the quality of their props is shit. Some of them. But then you get cosplayers, it's like, holy shit. Show us you goober. It takes me a second, goddammit.
I love that. Show me you goober. Yes.
This is Left for Random Talk, so I don't know what you expected. Exactly.
There, thank you.
Like, here's the process. He shows me the image. It takes, like, maybe a second for it to load. Then I have to open it in the browser. Right-click, save image as. Then I have to go over to which blank space in the sources. Select the image blank or image 4. Depending which one I feel about. And then I have to open up the file browser, sift through the dozens of images that he has sent me within 10 minutes of the show, and try and find it. And by the time I find it, people are demanding to see it. And then I have to get rid of the censor dog over and over just to show it, so there's nothing distracting it. It takes time to share images on the stream.
This
has been my TED Talk, thank you.
But no, I'm gonna say this right now. Props to this guy, specifically because that is not a wig on his head either. He went out of his way to dye his hair.
Well, I actually have a great computer. It's just, Jesus Christ, it takes time for me to get the image, because I'm also very slow.
So moving on, I suppose. Let's get back to Warframe for a moment, and then we'll have like a 5-second intermission. So we got Equinox Prime, the Prime Sayandana, the Prime Armor Set, the conversion of the Plains of Eidolon, which we've already seen a few times, I think.
It looks
so we don't need
beautiful.
to cover that again. Ah, yes, and now we come into the meat and potatoes of this, the new floofs.
Floof.
So now we're going to get Plains of Eidolon conservation, which I'm really happy for.
Because I've always wanted the comment in the stream. This is our life now, floofs. We're paid big bucks to make a game. What are we doing? Making fucking plushies.
Exactly. But what I love about it is, like, finally we get to capture and save some of these critters. I'm very happy about that. I'm still waiting for when I can let my critters out of their cages. DE, please. Let me do that.
I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Because my my Kondruk is upside down. And so is my Kuaka. It's upside down.
Alright, here we go. So these are the new floofs for the game. I'm curious about the last one, the blue one. What is that?
Let me see.
And we got the contract, we got the Kuaka, and then there's this new.
It looks really weird. It looks like
Plains.
It looks like a fox.
A literal two-tailed fox.
Which I would love. Crabs.
And then there's this crab. We don't know why it's there, it's just here.
You know what doesn't make sense to me?
You
know that fish that gives you a headache because it inflates its brain?
Oh, yeah.
The Norg. Apparently it eats crabs, but it's freshwater.
There are some freshwater crabs. They exist. Crawdaddies.
Well, yeah, but it specifically says crabs. Crawdads are not crabs, they're crustaceans.
True.
Also,
I guess this is more...
Of all the animals to still be intact in this new world, why is it crabs?
No, they're durable creatures. They're arthropodic. And, it's been proven that creatures with, like, exoskeletons, shells, and things like that tend to last the longest.
Yeah.
Scorpions being the biggest example.
Oh, yeah.
And horseshoe crabs, too, so...
If the Orokin fucked up the horseshoe crabs for their own benefit, I am done.
They limit literal void keys at that point. Yeah, so we've got more K-Drive stuff, Atlas Deluxe Rumblers, which, good lord. They're fixing the other things, and that's basically it. So we should probably also cover Shadow Debts, since that came out.
Buried debts?
Buried Shadow Debts. Here's the weird thing. For some reason, whenever I Warframe, specifically for the event, it said Shadow Debts constantly. Those are plushies. Yeah, they're plush. We play a video game to get plushies. What is our life now?
And, the plushies aren't tiny, either.
Oh no, my whole shelf is, completely overrun with floofs at this
when
point.
you watch, Lycan's stream of Warframe, he has, pobbers on the floor that slowly creep up onto the ceiling like aliens. And then when you go over to his relic thing, in the back of the ship, there are, Bolarolas crowded around it like it's their god.
Jesus.
In my ship, I don't have very many floofs, because they're all kind of standing around my operator like they're guard dogs. Also, I need to get up and grab the robot because he's drunkenly bumping into things.
Alright, you just want to get up for a second and I'll take control for a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Alright, and I guess that's my cue to go right ahead. Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. Floofs seem to be the most like concept. I'm fine with it. More decorator. It's yeah. Floof is a word, but I'm fine with it. It's just at the same time, I look at this and my only these meant for children. Is this subtle marketing to get the fans to buy the floofs in real life if they eventually release them? I get a feeling that's the sinister ploy deep down for creating the floofs. At least in theory. But yeah, so personally, I'm oh, what's the word? Like I said, I don't mind them. It's just they're so unusual, especially for a game like this. Yeah, but it's better than having their heads mounted on walls, I suppose. So yeah, and of course we have the whole buried debts thing. That that was peculiar. I'm going to be completely transparent. Oh, floops. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of this No Man's Sky floops. I'm looking it up. I need to see what this is. Like, is it that are they that creepy? Let's see. No Man's Sky flop. No, I'm not seeing it. Is it like a? Hold on, let me try something else. Oh, it's just a derpy creature. Oh, I see. So it's just a randomly spawned freaky abomination of nature. Oh god, that game had such potential, and then retarded monsters just kind of destroyed every and all the tension of the game just evaporated with it. Ugh. You know, I think it would have been. I think they could have avoided retarded looking monsters if they had just like limited the creature randomization to like certain body types. Like, certain creatures that would fly would always have these features spawn on it, or four-legged animals would always have this particular foot pattern or head shapes, things like that. Like, I get the whole aspect of, oh, it's always going to be unique and different creatures based on your journeys, and it'll always be personal to you. That's fine and dandy and all, but when you're dealing with animals that that have clearly hooves for the front legs and all that stuff, and you have them walking around on two legs with their arms in the air and very, very small legs, the back legs, it's time to go back and redo what you were planning to do. That's all I'm going to say on that front. Welcome back.
Back.
Yep, welcome back. I was able to successfully keep going back to No Man's Sky.
Ah.
Yes, thanks to creeps.
Oh, good gods, what is that?
Yes. That is something that should not exist.
Nope.
Oh dear. But, yeah. So, going back to Warframe and the Buried Debts event.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be completely transparent. I never did it specifically because, I had work and I had other things going on. Being PC. So, I found the cave and I was able to go in, but I never did the actual event myself. Because it was just so laggy and just so that I just had to. I just never did it, and the Vandal Opticore just didn't appeal to me. If it was more interesting, maybe stronger, like truly god killer levels of strong, then maybe I would have cared. But it was just like nah.
No, like Rhino, it was the larkspur that got your attention.
Exactly. I'm to this day I'm trying to get it specifically so I can just destroy everything.
Get platinum for it, because it is not worth getting the toroid.
Oh, I'm completely planning on doing that. Even though I have like a whole stockpile of the fucking things, I'm just nope.
Well, the toroid you need comes from the profit taker.
Wait, is it like a bluish toroid by any chance?
It's charisma.
You want to hear something insane?
Hmm.
True story. I was going back into Fortuna after a plains expedition, right? And while I was in the elevator, a blue toroid suddenly spawned in it.
What?
And I picked it up. I was like, okay, is this what is this? I've never seen this before. I thought it was a bug or a glitch, like I wasn't going to keep it. But then I checked my components, and sure enough, I have two of them.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Somehow,
Use them
I guess.
as soon as you can, because if DE hears about that, they're gonna take it away.
Well, I don't doubt it. But I'm. If this is an exploitable bug, take advantage of it. If not, I've never seen it happen again. Like, this was clearly a once in a lifetime thing, and I took advantage. Valis expert. Fucking hell. You know what I mean? It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I never did the event. I've heard snippets of the Exploiter Orb fight. I know that the place is clearly Deck 12. Fun fact, when the new cave was being shown off, LT, Cole, myself, everyone in our private chat, we were talking about it, and then yeah, I was thank you. But when I went in, when we were talking, and when this whole thing just happened, I already managed to glitch into the door before it was opened, and they showed us an entire thing. And during it, I noticed a particularly strange sign on one of the doorways, a ramp leading down. So I looked into it, and sure enough, it said Deck 12. So from the get-go, I was like, oh dear, this is not good. But beyond that, I don't know anything else about the event. I know Zood is involved in this.
Yep.
So what happened exactly?
So, Exploiter is created on the theory that, control, the Iron Fist control, that, you obey blindly and you don't ask questions. That makes you a good, quote-unquote, child. It's really weird. When Solaris United was in Deck 12, Nathaniel figured out, they're here. We don't know who they are, but, him being Nathaniel, just wipe them out in one go. Who cares if there's innocent casualties?
Right.
So he sends Exploiter in there. And Exploiter's thing is that she is able to draw thermia to the surface. She causes, she pretty much pulls volcanoes out of the ground.
Alright.
So she came down into Deck 12 and brought up thermia vents, which roasted a majority of Solaris United. Not a lot of people got out, but those who died were burnt to a crisp.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, when I saw the interior, knowing what damage can do, I noticed that this whole place looked completely unsinged. A fire would have left more damages, scorched metal, blackened sections, burned out wires. What I was seeing was explosion damage, blown out pieces of metal, stone destroyed, this kind of shit. And when I figured that out, I was like, immediately, and LT can attest to this, when we were looking, I immediately said, no fire did this. I know fire damage. This didn't do something. A lot worse happened here. And sure enough, based on what you're saying, that explains it.
What the Explorer does is she smashes her body against the ground, which causes the the thermia to burst out of the ground, explosions. But at the same time, if she overheats, she causes a firestorm. And she also launches mortars similar to the Prophet Taker. But they have a much wider radius. And not only that, her gun hurts.
No, I don't doubt it.
Like, holy shit. If you're not hiding up in the rafters, she will snipe you within a couple seconds.
Well, here's the other thing, too. So, the Exploiter is just another Prophet Taker with a different mind installed.
Yeah. Exploiter is not a sentient, if that makes sense.
No, I understand what you mean.
They are pure corpus. Like, pure corpus computer.
It explains its vocalization, use, what's the word? And its sentence structure.
Yeah.
Less playful, more direct.
Very authoritative.
Do we know what mind it was based off of?
From what we're hearing, she sounds like a very authoritative mother who spouts propaganda.
Okay, so we can rule out the possibility to Zood in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Peculiar. And knowing Zood, she's, what's the word? She suppressed this because it was too painful.
Because the trauma.
Yeah. Which, again, her whole synchronacron with the others. That would have killed her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, it's clear that this, the Exploiter orb is a cephalon. And those are created by basing someone's mind, or, removing someone's body and using their mind to make the eye. So, the question is, who, what kind of woman would be, was like that? I mean, I think the obvious possibility might be someone close to Nif. Maybe a lover. Maybe. Who would love that? I don't know.
What did Yutiko tell us when we first met her? She is Nef Anyo's favorite foreman. Because she gets the job done and he has no idea what she's doing. But as long as it gets him money and results, she's his favorite.
Alright.
I think in this case, Exploiter used to be one of these Solaris United people who deeply believe in what Nefanya was saying. Definitely a rat, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but someone who probably didn't know much about the organization. If she did, she might have been able to tell Nef exactly who to target, who to take out. Still, props on for striking Solaris United like he did. As horrible as it was the smart thing to do. If you want to crush a rebellion, you need to make it quick and bloody. Send the message.
Yeah. And when we found Fortuna, we saw what it was like for them. Like, especially with Yutiko, she dropped Solaris United, just started submitting.
Exactly.
But of course, we also learned that Nefanyo is just a downright terrible person. He doesn't care.
His greed is what drives him on, and one day it's sooner, hopefully, than later. Actually, speaking of which, he's lost two two orbs now, Exploiter and Prophet Taker. He's got one left, But this is a double-edged sword. If he loses that last orb, control of the Valis, and if he loses control of the Valis, well, he'll write it off as a loss. And that will likely mean he'll do something extreme to get, as vengeance if he loses his profits.
That's the thing about the corpus. Like, if it can't make the money, they destroy it. It's scorched earth. And it's likely that if Orb Valus is no longer making a profit for Nathaniel, he's just going to purge it.
And we know what he's going to probably bring into to destroy it. We've seen it, what he will probably do. Well, this might also be another blessing. If we got the railjack, we can fly up there and take Neff's fleet on. And if we're lucky, we can catch his fighter before he gets out of
Yes, we mean the one in the coolant.
Shoot his escape pod before he even gets a chance to escape. If we're lucky, that is.
I remember when we were doing the repetitive exploiter fights, Snow said, like, what if, as a twist, the last orb has a male voice? That's likely not going to happen.
Probably.
Like, what she is thinking is that, like, the AI for the third spider is going to be male. It's going to be a dude. We have already seen, like, evidence that Ambulus is female, but the voice is definitely male.
Wait, where did you hear that?
When you kill an Ambulus, they tell you, it's a female, you gotta hack into her. And whenever there's a sortie that has the Ambulus as the main bad guy, you hear him talk. Well, sorry, you hear her talk, and it's male.
Okay, it could be different models. Not sure then. Well, more or less.
I'm having a really bad moment over here.
Oh, sorry.
I might need to get up again, get something to eat. I'm shaking.
Alright, well, we do have one last thing to cover, so... I suppose we could take a quick break.
We can cover this really quick. Like, I actually saw the trailer for this.
Okay, so, yeah. So, last topic is, of course, the latest Oddworld, what's the word?
It's a reboot, like a refresh.
Yeah. It's following the same events up until Oddworld, Oddworld 1 follows the events of the first game, but Oddworld 2 is taking a different turn, specific for,
Munch.
Yeah. Now it's being redone. It's a new thing entirely. It's called Soulstorm time around.
It looks beautiful.
From what I can tell, it's clearly gonna be like the original PS1 game, except the difference is obviously gonna be, the story's gonna be completely retooled, and maybe it'll be completely different from the original. I mean, saw the two Mudokons, piloting the train, the distant factory in the far distance. It's going to be interesting, really. And from what I've been hearing, there are plans to have the Stranger officially come in and be part of the, and be a part of the story more so than he was in the last game.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be interesting. Like, you see him in the background, or he actually helps Abe. That would be fun.
Yeah.
But, like I said, it's just coming out. It's clear the game's coming out at some point, hopefully soon. You just need to keep waiting, and hopefully it'll come out sooner than later. But yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Likewise, Oddworld was my bread and butter as a very little kid.
I never got to play the games, but I do remember them very well.
I remember the games being very jank, though.
My favorite part of the games is when you get the oh gosh, I forgot their names. Are they called Skags or something like that? The guys with the tentacle head faces?
Oh, the Sligs.
Sligs, yeah. My favorite part in the original game was getting them to walk into the grinders.
You can still do that, though, and I hope. And with this game and how it's looking, the gore effects is gonna be so brilliant.
Yeah, I just love seeing the HD touch-ups for these characters. Because in the originals, they were HD. Like, they looked really good. Just, it's early era CGI.
Mm-hmm. but a lot of the details, you could still get the general anatomy of movie, that kind of thing. I'm liking this new update look, even though it looks like it's changing. Ironically, it's changing from the HD version of the previous game, which is kind of ironic because if you look at the Mudokons, look at their heads, and then compare it to New and Tasty and how everyone looked in that one, it's clear they're changing up the art style again, but probably going to stick with this new update format, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
We might see more this year's E3. Hopefully we do, because I want to see what they're bringing to the table. God damn it. Alright. Well, I guess that covers everything for today's episode. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. This has been Rev. We'll see you next time, and take care. Once again, stay to the end for HH's typical end-of-stream talking points.
Yep.
See you around.
Okay, because I am shaking really bad and I need to get some food in me real quick, I'm just gonna make this very simple. If you're watching us on Twitch, we're gonna go and host my friend Like an Alpha. He is playing Warframe right now. It'll definitely help him out, that's for sure. In the description on YouTube and down below on Twitch, there's a link and a creeper face that says you can support the stream by clicking here. It doesn't work. Don't click on it. I don't have that set up yet. I am still working on that. It's just been a pain in the ass. We stream Left for Random Talk every Thursday unless we absolutely cannot. For the most part, I stream on Wednesdays and Sundays these days. But yeah, I stream on Wednesday and Sunday. Haven't been able to because I've not been in a very good mood. Just dropping really, really low lately. Hopefully we will stream on Sunday. I don't know. Other than that, you can definitely find me on Like and Alpha's streams. I show up time to time and hang out with him. Just... well, I always hang out with him. He's actually a lot of fun. But for now, I need to go. I am not doing so well right now. So we will see you guys hopefully Sunday, definitely on Saturday. No, sorry, definitely on Friday, because that's when the D&D thing goes on. And, hopefully Thursday. Have a good night, everybody.